You're listening to LOA Recon with the Good Vibe coach Jeanette Ma, where we dissect the ins and outs and the art and science of conscious creation, all intended to amp up your manifesting game. Let's have some fun together. I've got an idea that I like quite a bit lately. It's actually a variety of ideas that I like that I wanted to share here. So I was thinking, I wrote down in my notes, I'm going to get the very best from your ex. Okay, I'm not talking about your ex, but I imagine I'm talking to like the ex-wife or the ex-girlfriend of my new guy. The guy who, boy, someone complained about him enough that she singled him up. There's a country song with those words. If he ever singles you up, he says he's going to be all over it. Yeah. You know what I like this idea of? That the very same guy that I'm talking to the ex-wife or the ex-girlfriend, that she deemed as unsalvageable, like just not worth investing in anymore. Hey, I've been that girl. And you know what? I hope his next girl is doing him this same favor, being willing to get the very best from him, to focus on him in a different way so that she gets a different guy than who I got. Not that I didn't. Look, I had amazing things from amazing guys. It wasn't all bad, but not good enough to keep doing. Or maybe it just completed itself. I don't actually believe every relationship is supposed to last forever. What fun would that be? Hello, there's so many amazing people to love. But for those ones that didn't have a good time with their ex because, well, I've actually asked some of the guys that I've dated, I've asked, so how's your love life been? And they'll share about what happened in their marriage or with their last love interest. And they'll say things like, they'll tell me what their ex-wife, what they complained about. And sometimes, if we hang out long enough, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I think I see what she saw. Like, I understand why you were on the market. But that's not, that. I don't want to join her in that focus. I want to have a different experience than she did. I want to bring out the very best that he has to offer. So, like when someone complained that he never thought of anyone but himself, and he never cared what she really wanted or made any effort to make her happy. You know what? You know who I'm going to have instead? I've had this experience. It has boggled my mind that someone would say that about someone who was so attentive, so sensitive, so paying attention to what I wanted and what I preferred and looking for opportunities to give that to me. Like, it's hard to believe that we were even talking about the same guy. This has happened, though, not even just in my love life, but at work as well. I had a coworker where we had different bosses, even though it was the very same boss. I worked for a guy who was fair and friendly and supportive and enjoyable. And she worked for a guy who was like irritable and unsupportive and unfair. Like, you wouldn't even believe, talking to us, that we worked for the same guy at the exact same time in the exact same place. We're literally within feet of each other and we have totally different bosses. But it's because we had totally different vibrations. I had a different focus than she had. I had different thoughts flowing than she had. And as a result, we experienced different men on that job. Same thing in my love life. I remember someone who, his ex-wife complained about how much time he spent in the garage. And I had the exact opposite of complaining about that. I thought, how cool, first of all, that he knows how to work in the garage and that he enjoys it and that he will do it. I wanted that for my own self. Or someone who complained about how much time her ex-husband spent on the couch. Oh, it used to drive her crazy, apparently. And you know what I loved about him? That he knew how to relax. We could just sit on the couch together. Maybe we'd watch TV. Maybe we would talk. Maybe we didn't. Man, I needed that downtime. And that guy knew how to relax. We didn't have to always be doing something. It didn't have to be about what's next. That guy was so good to relax with. I really, really enjoyed that. It drove her insane. Isn't it amazing how we can have totally different guys because we have totally different focuses? So that's what I want to be good at. I want to be good at eliciting the very best from everyone, not just love interests, not just bosses, but from everyone. Oh, hello. I've had coach colleagues who have referred clients who, they didn't have the best time. That's why they were getting referred. They were amazing clients for me. And yes, I've been the person who didn't have the good focus. And sometimes it is just easier to start with something fresh and new because expecting something good from this one that you've had so much past experience with, like that is no longer the path of least resistance. It's not like I'm a pro at this in every case, but I really like the idea of being really good at being that person who knows how to experience the best that people have to offer. And you know what? That's what I would wish on all of us. I would wish on all of us to be with people who bring out our best, who make it easy for us to bring our very best to the party. That sounds like a good time to me. All right, it's a short episode, but hopefully you got some inspiration from it. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.